Why them people that don't come out of my way, man? Them don't see me coming, me coming. Stacy, personally speaking, why don't you join me? Rerouting. Taking time out to discover another route. Are you set in your ways like me? Is it difficult to convince you to try something new? Well, this journey was new, bumpy, uncertain, but in the end, so enjoyable. Now let me add, this video is not necessarily one to watch, but rather to experience, to listen, and to be led by my voice. I set out on Tuesday, April the 27th, to a destination that was known, but by a route that was unfamiliar. Where was I going on this day? I had decided the day before that I was going to go to an exhibition by myself. No longer was I going to be depending on persons who I had been making plans with to go to any exhibition, to go anywhere. I'm not usually the most spontaneous person, and if you know me, you would know that is true. Can I get an amen? And so when I went online and just quickly paid for that ticket and made my mind up to leave my house in the morning, even though I had no other business on the road, I knew something good was in the making. I was excited. I was thrilled. And even more so when I propped up my phone on my bicycle and decided to do this crazy recording, which I continued for the entire length of the journey to the halfway mark and from the halfway mark back. I was on an adventure and I wanted to bring you with me. I wanted to show you this discovery that I was making on my own. I had stepped out of my comfort zone to do this, though still quite comfortable, even in its bumpy state. There was so much green to see, so much blue to be felt. The air was clean and crisp and cool, and the river was right there with me. It never left me. Even though it may have parted or diverted or split to go in more than one direction, the river was my guide. I could ignore all the people. I could ignore everyone on their walk or their jog or their run or their bike rides. And I could just focus on me and the beauty around that I could see. I took the liberty of riding without my mask as I zipped past those who were on foot. Was I being too carefree? I don't think so. This was a time of freedom for me, and I was enjoying it. I took great care to ride as widely from others as I possibly could, as I observed they too were trying to get some moments of freedom from the mask that has enslaved us for over a year. On my bicycle, I feel free. I don't have to think about anyone to the left nor to the right of me on the train. I can breathe in fresh air and just be me. This acknowledgement of freedom that is bursting from within has been a long time in coming. I am having to loosen the chains of entanglement that I have wrought upon myself, trying to survive in this country, trying to do so by depending on others. But the truth is, as I seek to embrace it myself, is that I don't need to depend on others, only to depend on God, and as He sees fit, He will bring others into my life. And so just as I learned to navigate this new route, I came upon a place of familiarity. I knew this road. This is where I would normally travel from my home. The main road that had all the stoplights, all the up and down sidewalks that would hurt my lower parts. And what I did realize was that I was actually moving at a faster pace, having discovered this new route, because I did not have any stoplights to contend with. I did not have any majorly uneven surfaces. Don't let this shaking camera recording fool you too much. Yes, the surface is uneven, but it is not that uneven to cause me discomfort. Look at the opportunity that I have missed for at least a year because I never took the time to discover another route. Don't allow familiarity to keep you bound to a set pattern. And the truth is there's nothing wrong with patterns. In fact, I'm trying to find a new pattern for my life right now. But at the same time, I must learn to give way to discovery, to experimentation. And yes, I am not so good at it, but I have to try. And it is in trying that I am discovering these things and really enjoying them. Let us overcome the fear together. And now I'm back on a familiar path where I don't need to use any navigation system. And I can just clearly, easily, smoothly as the recording will allow, make my way to my destination. What a ride, what a ride, what a ride. And this is the ride that life never promises, never guarantees. Or does it? You inevitably will know that life is not going to be smooth sailing. If you've lived any at all, it's dangerous. Things get shaky. Sometimes they need to be shaken. But what will you follow? Your fear or your desire to explore? I am choosing that desire to explore, as God has given me the time and the strength to do so. I have been equipped and enabled. The luxury of time to make more of what has been given to me. And what is that more? I am not sure. But now is the time to figure things out. What is that more? What is that route that I'm yet to discover? Let's discover it together. I realize that even though I have completed my master's degree, it's still not enough. I am pleased, grateful, thankful. But what next? And that will always be the question. What's next? I want to be able to share with others, not just the knowledge I have, but to engage them into conversations and explorations of the mind and the history and the culture of our beautiful nation, Jamaica. How am I going to do that? That's another route that I need to discover. It doesn't happen automatically. Join me in that discovery. It's a path we all must take. Let's do it. Still listening? Enjoy this peace before the storm of life comes at you again. It will come. That was very short, wasn't it? That peaceful moment was so short. But that's life. Here we go again. And the obstacles of life are presented before us once more. Navigating through unexpected circumstances, people, situations, jobs. Everything that you can conceive or not, life throws at you. But you must keep going. When you are riding a bicycle, in order to stay mobile, you have to keep the wheels turning. The moment you slow down too much, you are going to fall over, guaranteed, if you do not support yourself. Don't allow life to slow you down to the point where you are stuck. Keep moving. It might be slower, but that's okay. Go at your pace. And even as I tell you this, I am telling myself, Stacy, go at your pace. I'm all for supporting people. And so I'll watch videos and I'll comment on other channels. But then I often realize that I might be spending too much time watching videos and commenting and not enough time on creating and making my own contributions that I long to make. And so I have to carefully navigate this challenge in life. Try to find that balance in life. Oh, uncertainty is unbefitting, but inevitable in our lives. It will come. Uncertainties are the most certain things. Well, at least among some of the more certain things of life. Uncertainties. We don't know what's going to happen. We must prepare. We must be vigilant because danger might lie ahead. It doesn't look dangerous, right? You want to go ahead, right? Don't be fooled by those moments in life when everything seems so calm. I can't wait anymore. I don't want to wait anymore. I want to go. I want to go now. I want to go now. I want my life to be better now. Why can't I go now? Why are you trying to block my progress? I want to... And then you realize why you couldn't go. Now you can go. Now you can recalibrate, rejuvenate, reinvigorate. Now is the time to restart the journey, to continue where you left off last week, last year, 5 years ago. I feel that's what I am trying to do. Continue from a place where there was once hope. In between was just so much danger. But now there's a moment of calm and familiarity. An environment that is encouraging and supportive, not dangerous. Ah, the discoveries that are to be made and can only be made by you, by me. I am talking to me. I'm not talking to you. You already know all these things. Your life is already so perfectly planned out. I am talking to myself, of course. The one who knows not the way that she should go. The one who questions her capabilities and God-given talents and giftings. The one who has been underutilizing everything. But this browbeating is getting us nowhere. I am rerouting. I'm discovering another route to the final destination of my life. Sometimes the path is a little familiar. I've seen it before. But sometimes it's completely new, and I have to walk it alone. It might not happen in the timing that I'd prefer. But let's not be distracted by the bumpy roads of life. The changes that are up ahead. The missed opportunities. Keep looking out for the new opportunities to come. Here I am making the journey back home. Another day, another opportunity, another adventure. You start, something happens in the middle, and then there's an end. God's willing, you get another day to do it again, to improve on what you did the day before, or the hour before, or the year before. It's important to keep track or to keep a record. Remember what worked, what didn't work, and try to make the adjustments. Along life's discoveries, do not just simply allow the opportunities to come to you and you do not capitalize on them as a ramp going downward that increases your speed and propels you forward. What an opportunity to share and appreciate what I have, what you have, what life has given, what life has taken, what others have given, what others have taken. But our only indebtedness is to God. My only indebtedness is to God, to the one who made me, the only one who can take me out of this world. Rerouting. Let's turn here. Let's go straight. Let's follow the path with its curves and turns. Don't allow life to make you dizzy. Find something that keeps you going forward and focus on it. What is that thing? That one thing for this season. For life is made up of so many seasons. And we must find that one thing that will take us over into the next season. I must tell you, I found my one thing is God. He is a part of every season of my life. And of course, He then provides that other thing that will keep me grounded and focused and encouraged and motivated amidst the storms of life. Sunny days, green all around, energizing, uplifting. Oh, how we need the sun. We need the sun. We need the sun. Man's interference is evident along the way, but oh, we have the sun, and that can never be taken. The journey seems long, but don't lose hope. Keep your mind fixed on the end goal. The goal that you have discovered for yourself as you have set upon an adventure. Keep going. Stay focused. Ignore the bumps along the way. Yes, they hurt. Some hurt really bad. But don't be discouraged. Keep going on. I'm cheering for you. Stacy, I am cheering for you. Stacy is cheering for you. There are so many more adventures to come even before you have finished this one. It can feel overwhelming, but don't allow that way of life to be dictated to you. I know it all so well. From the left, from the right, from the front, from the back, and all the diagonals you can think of. Some new adventure is competing to be started. Choose carefully the next route that you should take. Will it draw you closer to your destination, or will it take you far away? One thing is certain: don't stop riding. Don't stop moving. Don't stop, because if you do, the wheels will stop and then you will fall. Keep the wheels turning, turning. Slow down if you must. Give yourself a breather where necessary, but don't stop. Don't stop for your own sake. Don't stop. No matter how rough the ride gets, no matter the distractions coming ahead of you, don't stop. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. I love you, Lord, for your mercies never fail me. In all my days, I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other. Known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. Well, thank you so much for coming on this crazy, bumpy ride with me, which truly mirrors a lot of our lives. There is no hard and fast journey that is going to be smooth sailing for all of us. Each one of us must travel the paths that we have been given and try to make the best of every situation, even if it's a bumpy ride from here to your final destination. Don't worry about what's in front of you. Don't worry about the chances you think you may have missed. Keep pressing on with each step and each breath that you take until you come upon the next opportunity. Don't allow your mind to wander nor be distracted by the dangers of life, for they will attempt to get you to stray from your destiny, to stray in a way that you never would have imagined. But stay focused. Sometimes we need to be safe, but sometimes we must take the risk. Bumpy as the ride might be, don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Keep pressing. Keep pushing. because God is good and his mercies endure forever. He has brought you thus far, and he will not leave you nor forsake you. Navigate through those dangerous curves and turns and watch God work. He never promised us a life without troubles, but he has given us the guarantee of hope.
Like, share, and subscribe. Put a comment below this. Check out the description.